So I might just be kind of waking up to something now. That's kind of interesting. Um, Growing up, I was always kind of like, oh, I gotta get a little more comfortable. Yeah. Okay, so like, growing up, I was always kind of weird. Like, I had like usually like one or two friends really, um, and they are what other people would consider weird too. Um, yeah, and so after becoming a Christian and stuff, I was like, okay, this is why I was always weird. I was always meant to be weird, like different because, I'm not of the world and that sort of thing. But I think it goes beyond just that. That's definitely true. But, yeah, I mean, I'm talking like at parties and stuff, I would be like sitting on the floor cross-legged and stuff, and just weird. I just did weird things they're like, oh, you got injured in football. People, they would just like lay down or something. I didn't know what to do, so I just like sat down in like a puddle. It's like there's just so many stories that I can think of that I'm just like different. Like, and when I get excited, um, like say I was like chopping a tree in RuneScape or something, and I'm just like watching my experience go up or something. I have to like do something with my hands. Like it's like the stimming thing that they're talking about. I have to do that. Like if I'm waiting by the microwave, or like waiting for my clothes to dry at the dryer. Like if there's like a moment of anticipation or excitement, I have to like stim in some way. If I'm waiting at a restaurant, I'm excited for the food to come, I have to do something with my hands pretty much. Like anyone who's dated me would also know that this was going on, that this happened. Yeah, it's interesting. I also think I've always been more so now than before maybe, but very logic oriented. Um, Led by logic, not led by emotions, and I think that a lot of times that's seen as weird, and it's to me that's like that just makes sense. Um, and to me that just seems like that would be the better thing in most cases. Um, which also it also makes things hard with like dating and stuff when like women are not or they'll explain a problem and you give it the answer, the solution, and they don't take it. But I also have had situations like that too, where like I know what I have to do, and you can't tell me otherwise. So I'm just talking to you about this problem, and I'm not going to listen to your advice to have me do the opposite of what I know I have to do. That sort of thing. But that's like kind of still different. It's still not illogical. It's just I don't want your advice because your advice isn't helpful. Kind of like the Job's friends thing. Yeah, and always my whole life people have said, you're weird, or even if they didn't say that, they just it was kind of like assumed that I didn't like quite fit anywhere. Um, and having ADHD too, it's like part of that was I had interests, like I liked the kids who were into like anime and video games. I think I was probably most comfortable around them. Um, but I also was comfortable around the sports guys because I did sports and stuff. Um, but I wasn't really comfortable with them. It was like I had that thing in common with them, but really nothing else. And it was just like my interests were always split. Um, and then like kind of like the hyper research thing, like that's also something that I do. Like when I really get into something, I research the heck out of it. Um, but it's like for me it's not reading because like Not really, unless it's like reading articles and stuff. But I don't just like pick up a book and read. Like that's like unless it's like the Bible, I'll look at parts of it, and read through it. But I can't read. Don't like to read. I'd rather listen to audiobooks. Um, um, yeah, lack of focus. That's a huge issue with ADHD. Um, yeah, I'm just noticing there's like lots of things too. Like I don't know. I thought this was kind of normal for everyone. Where like Velcro like shoes and stuff. How you put the Velcro on the shoe, and if you rip the Velcro off, mm, that sound, oh, irritates the crap out of me. I thought that was the same for everyone, but I don't think it is. Same with like the sound of like scratching ice, like in a freezer. Oh, ugh, I hate that. Hate that. Or like send chills down. I don't like that. Um, the thing with like the comfort foods, like people tell me, oh, you should just change your diet up, and it's like, uh, or they're like, chicken nuggets are evil. Like it's like, it's so funny. I'm watching like the autism TikToks, and like you see all these things, and it's like this is the best food, and it's like chicken nuggets. it's like it's like, uh, and then it was like comparing like more complicated dishes, and it's like this is BS. It's like the chicken nuggets. This is glorious. That sort of thing. Like this is funny. It's true. It's true. People didn't understand why like I didn't want to try different foods because like I would, if I tried them and I hated them, why would I want to repeat this miserable experience of hating the taste of new food? It's like that would happen. Like any sort of fish food, I mean, there was like a video that someone posted of me online. One of my sister's friends, making fun of me because they like force fed me lobster and I was crying because I didn't want to eat it, and I tasted that. It was like I tasted it for like a month after. Like it was like in my memory of how bad it tasted. I hated it. Um, yeah, and then someone in the comments in the video said, "Oh, who's the stupid fat kid?" or something like that. Like, oh, that's great. Hearing about that's also helpful for your self-esteem when you're a chubby kid. Growing up, Yeah, and then like I was working at at this place, watching like children who are like have bad parents, basically. Like it's like kind of like an orphanage, but not really. And one of the kids there, he asked me after I was running, he's like, "Are you autistic?" And I was like, No." Why? And he's like, "You run funny," and I've never thought that. And maybe there's something to that. I don't know. But I've always thought I was kind of athletic. I definitely have a lot of energy. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I must look funny when I run or something. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I had someone else ask me on my YouTube if I was autistic recently. Had just like I started hearing stuff like that recently, and it's interesting. A lot of my friends started questioning if they themselves were autistic, and it was like I don't know. I don't know. You kind of like like the whole meme about making fun of it, and it's like, well, wait, maybe this actually is what I am, and it's like kind of interesting. I'm obviously not like the nonverbal type, like anything like that. I don't know. Um, but yeah, the whole socializing thing, it's like interesting because you want to socialize, but when you're there, you're really not comfortable. There is like a video of people in the young adults group dancing to the Just Dance game, and they were surrounded by like a couch with people all around them while they were dancing to this game. I looked at that video. I was like, I thank God that I did not go to that party. That would have caused me so much anxiety. Like I would have hated that. I would have just walked outside or left. That would not be okay. Just like realizing stuff about this yourself is interesting, you know?